Hi everybody, and welcome to the Unit 7 review. If all goes to plan for Salesforce, we can expect to hear them mentioned in the same breath as the likes of Google and Apple in the years to come.
Go to plan.
Go to plan.
Mentioned in the same breath.
Mentioned in the same breath. But they will surely face stiff competition from another tech giant, Microsoft. Microsoft's Teams function features a lot of the same functions and features as Slack, but it also comes bundled with Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel in Office 365. Not only this, but Slack has been accused of missing the boat on video conferencing in 2020.
Miss the boat.
Miss the boat.
Salesforce actually seems to think that video conferencing is last year's news because in August of 2020, they sold off $300 million of their stock in Zoom after initially tripling their investments. It remains to be seen whether the acquisition of Slack will be an equally winning trade. Experts wonder whether Salesforce can grow organically rather than relying on endless acquisitions. Organically.
Organically. Why do you think companies typically acquire other companies? What's behind that?
Well, certainly growth, certainly competition. I think that big companies see, certainly the case with a lot of tech companies that we know, they see promising new small players coming up, and they see value that can be added to their organization.
Right.
And they see competition that could come in the future.
I think the most obvious example would be to eliminate competition. So we saw, for example, Facebook acquire Instagram back in 2012, and in many ways Instagram is now more popular than Facebook. So yeah, to monopolize the market is definitely a big reason why that kind of thing happens. During the pandemic, you and I, we've had to have a lot of Zoom classes, we've had to have a lot of Skype classes. Do you think that video conferencing is going to continue to be a force even after the pandemic has ended?
I don't know if it will be as big as it was like in 2020,
Right.
But I think that companies have been able to realize the key role that, let's say, working remotely can play in saving money for their business and having employees work from home.
Right.
So I don't know if it will be as big, but I think that for a lot of companies, it'll be a kind of a valuable tool that they employ.
I do think that in many ways it will continue to be very useful because I think a lot of companies probably realize that maybe they don't necessarily need to fly their employees overseas on business all the time. Maybe they don't need to have face-to-face meetings all the time. Perhaps you can just eliminate a lot of these unnecessary things. That's going to do it for Unit 7. Goodbye everybody, and we'll see you back here next time.